Hey guys, it's Sam here and welcome back to another video. And unfortunately football didn't come home, but I am so proud. I've had a few hours to reflect. Say it is the day after, and I'm more proud than I ever have been. You know, it takes a lot to take a lot of slack, a lot of a lot of banter, especially considering the way that a lot of people treat international football in this country, me included. We're not really that, it's usually just a piss up, to be honest, international football. You travel Europe and you just get drunk and there's a game, that's pretty much all it really is. Everyone's more focused on club football in this country. What Gareth Southgate and the boys have done over the last 3 years since the World Cup in 2018, it's united the country to actually giving a damn about tournament football, about international football. And World Cup, we got to a semi-final. No one thought we would. No one really gave us a hope in hell this year, and we made the final. We love proving that doubt was wrong, and I sort of hope that we can do that next year in the 2022 World Cup, which I do think we will, because it doesn't look like this team is slowing down compared to 2018 to now. The squad has got so much better, and you could see that the performances were better. And so a year later, they'll have that taste of a final, but they've now tasted defeat in a final. They'll want to taste victory, and they'll be guns blazing in that. Hopefully, that's the way I see it, and that's the way that the thought process should be, is that you go into it and you just play like every game is your last. But going into the game itself, it started really well. 2 minutes in, we get the goal. You're like, great, we scored early, now you kick on. And we didn't seem to do that at all. We just seemed to allow Italy back into the game. We allowed Italy to have the ball, which you're never supposed to do. We allowed Italy to play to their strengths, which is conning, trying to play dirty. So we allowed that to happen. We didn't really, because we then tried to do that. We then just tried to play for free kicks and fouls, and it was embarrassing to watch, really. We didn't play football. We just played to Italy's strengths, and I don't know what happened. When you score so early, you're supposed to kick on. Like I said, you go, the heads are gone at that point, because they've worked for hours and hours and hours on this final. You concede inside 2 minutes. It's only natural that you're going to be thinking, what the hell has just happened? How have we conceded so early? And their heads would go. And that's when you press. You keep going. And we never did that. And then as the half grew on, Italy got more confident. You're just waiting for half time. Half time comes, we're 1-0 up. You go, right, something needs to change. We didn't change. Italy changed. Italy didn't need to change, but Italy made changes. They changed it up. They became even better in the second half. Again, we just sat back and allowed it to happen. Didn't change the way that we were playing, and it was coming. The equaliser was coming. It came, poor defending from a corner early. And there you go, 1-1. As soon as it goes 1-1, Italy have the heads up, because Italy have had the heads up since they went 1-0 down. Because we allowed them to have that. We didn't do anything to increase our advantage, and it's annoying, but you don't have the mental capability of what a European final feels like. It's our first ever one. We've never made the Euros final before, so you could tell we were out of touch with being in a final. You could tell that straight away. We didn't know what to do when going 1-0 up, and that never bodes well at all. And then towards the end of the half, towards the end of the game, should I say, somehow Chiellini gets off scot-free. Yes, he got a yellow card, but it's scot-free because he should have been sent off. Saka is away. Yes, he's not the last man, but Saka's away. He's got pace. Those centre-backs are in their 30s. They ain't catching him. He's away. He's gone at that point. He's grabbed him by the back of his collar and yanked him down. That is a wrestling move. That's in rugby as well. Like, he completely played two different sports. Yet he gets a yellow, even though that should be a red. Makes no sense. And then in extra time, Jorginho stamps on Grealish's knee and rolls around acting like he's the one that's been fouled and gets a yellow, when again that should be a red. Like, the ref on a whole was good, but there are some questionable decisions in the fact that maybe he's not inclined to give a red in a final, but a red's a red, and those two challenges for me are red cards. But then you go to penalties, and it's 50-50, you know. It's literally a flip of a coin who wins. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, a shootout is a shootout. Doesn't matter who was favourites beforehand, who has the better players. In a shootout, it's 50-50. And unfortunately for us, Italy came out on top. And the problem is the three players that missed penalties for England were all black. And it was obvious what was going to happen. As soon as Rashford missed, I was like, if we lose, I know exactly what's going to happen. And it did. Rashford, Sancho and Saka have all been abused. Why? They are 23, 21 and 19. They're still kids pretty much. They're in a shootout where anyone could have missed. Grealish could have stepped up and missed. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. You know what? Yeah, it would be great if we could say we're champions of Europe, but we're not. So what? It's not that big of a deal. If the last 18 months have proved anything, life is too short, and you have to make the most of it. What's the point in dwelling on a sporting game, literally, that means jack shit? It in the grand scheme of it means jack. To racially abuse someone in any form is disgusting, but to do it over a football match, you're tapped. You know, I've said it before, you're tapped in the head. And you know, I'm gonna sit here now and say that I'm proud of those three. I'm proud of everyone, but especially those three, because they had the balls to take it. They could have turned around to Gareth and gone, nah, I don't want to take one. I don't want to do it. But they didn't. They went, yeah, fine, I'll take one. They took it, they missed. So what? You move on. You rally around them. You don't abuse them, you rally them. You tell them to keep their heads up. You give them a boost. Because if you abuse them, they'll only fall deeper and deeper. And they're not going to want to... They don't... If you're going to give them encouragement, that gives them encouragement to actually play better and then go again and win for this country. If you abuse them, they're just like, why should I give you joy? You want to abuse me because of the colour of my skin, because I missed a penalty. Why should I give you any joy? You don't deserve any joy. Maybe that's a bit too harsh. I don't know. But in my opinion, you don't. But that's all I'm going to say on that. All I really want to say is that I'm proud. You know, these three Lions have done me, they've done the nation proud. All of them, every single one of them, including the coaching staff. And we go again. You know, roll on September, and assuming that's the next World Cup qualifier, let's qualify for the World Cup next winter, and let's go and get him. I'm hopeful, very, very hopeful. Come on.
You say you wanna try, but you never do.